Welcome to K Crafting Studio. My name is Kim, and I just wanted to do a little bit of an introduction about myself and why I started to create. Um, so it really started back when I would help my mom make wreaths. She was always in boutiques or fashion shows or always doing something, and she had me helping her make some wreaths that she was doing for some of the boutiques she was in. And I had my own reef, and she would be like, okay, go ahead and design it. I would sit there, I'd design it. At the end, she'd tell me, okay, why did you design it this way? I would tell her why, and she'd come back and either tell me, yes, love it, or Mija, this is why I would change it. Maybe colors clash, or too much on one side. Or if you're going to have one big focus, then it's okay to have a lot of little things on the other side. So it was a lot of good corrective criticism that I received from my mom to really keep me into the crafting world. I stopped for a while, and it wasn't until my sister was getting married that, I decided to design some engagement invitations that I did, and I have it right here. And it's really simple. It's just maybe about 3 cardstocks placed together, two on top of one, and I punched some holes, and I just put a ribbon on there, and that was her engagement invitation. And then my mom had seen them and be like, hey, can you help me, Mija, with the wedding invitations? And I said, sure, why not? But it wasn't her wedding invitations, it was her wedding shower invitations. Let me rephrase that. And I used embossing. That was the first time I started to get into embossing. And I used the embossing, and then I put "You're Invited." And I had purchased the cardstock at, I believe it was a Paper Source. And I just put in a paper in there. I had it printed in color, and that was it. I had a little bow placed right here at the end, and that was the invitation that I used. People liked it, and I liked it, but then again, I stopped doing crafts again. So I started to get back into crafting. I want to say maybe in 2014, I started to thinking about it and started to look into things. And my husband at the time was my boyfriend, and he was turning 30, so I decided to make some invitations, do a very small gathering for him. So I did, and I made his invitations, and I made placement cards, but I can't find any right now. And I made menu cards. I do have the menu card, so I could show you. It's got a little bow tie up on top, and I had the menu card printed in brown. His theme colors were brown and green. And here's the invitation. This is what I put right here. You're invited, and I heat embossed it. And if you notice, I use the same stamp from the invitation for my sister. And this was done back in 2009. And I used it again. So, I mean, you can use things all the time. Reuse. That's the whole point. This is the invitation right here. It's kind of like a brown tuxedo. I used the gold accents in there by getting a gold marker, making the buttons and making it look like a coat. And I had the tie there. I just put ribbon for the tie, heat embossed it, and I wrote in all the information. And those were his invitations. Very simple, but I liked it. And that really kept me going into wanting to get in there and do it again. So I went and I had bought a Cricut, and I was making little cards here and there. And it wasn't until 2015, I want to say, that I decided to put myself into a boutique. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards to show you regarding the boutique, but that I was in. But I did find some tags that I made, and honestly, I was getting myself back in there, and if I could tell myself, I'd have them change some things a lot more different. But here you can see that I made some tags, and they're really not that detailed oriented. But you know what? People bought them, and I don't know, maybe they felt sorry for me. I don't know, because even I was just kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe I used this material. But you live and you learn. What can I say? Then my sister stated she needed some centerpieces, so I helped do her centerpieces, and I had the Cricut, so I helped make some centerpieces. And her theme was Minnie Mouse, and it was for her daughter's birthday, first birthday. And I just did different designs of Minnie Mouse, and we put them in the centerpieces, and people I mean, a lot of people liked and told me to keep going and gave me the encouragement to keep going. So I did. Um, I happened to get engaged during a time period between a certain time period. So I actually had to stop working on cards and focusing, but I didn't stop being creative. I was being very creative. I made my engagement invitations. Unfortunately, I don't have them in front of me, but I know my mom has one, and I'll have to get hers, take some pictures, and show it to you guys later. But I did make my wedding invitations, which people thought I was crazy, but I still did it. And here's the beginning. I heat embossed a rose. I used the Heidi Swapp Mink machine, and I used the colors of blue and rose gold. They were within my theme colors. And I also did our centerpieces. When I get some pictures of those, I'll have them placed up on Facebook or YouTube. And here I also did my little wedding, I guess you'd say my guest list, where people were sitting, or my seating chart. I made that too, and I was really excited. Let me tell you how I did it. You can check up on Facebook. I knew I placed on there, but I was really excited. I used laminations. I went to Staples. I got into it, and I started getting creative. And so this is why I decided to start filming my creative aspects, because I'm hoping to show and inspire those that helped inspire me to get out there and start making videos. And I also hope that I can show maybe those who are beginners what are some of the things that you want to start with, some of the paper. Maybe I can help you with some of the things that I didn't know back then that I used. So maybe the videos that are coming up will end up having that information. So I hope you loved my little introduction. If you guys have any questions, put it in the comments. I'm willing to answer. I'll see you guys later. Bye.